Hey everybody, how you doing? Me again. Let's see, today's September 16th, and had a couple of readings. For the most part, everyone seemed really quiet this morning, so there were only a couple of points that I got out, but that's okay, we'll move on to them. The first one was about the importance of structure, routine, and order. Would you rather have a boring life or a chaotic one? Getting sick every morning, potentially waking up in jail, potentially getting robbed, that kind of thing. We may perceive an orderly life as boring, but it really doesn't have to be. We can make time for fun and to do stuff, but structure and routine are incredibly important, especially when it comes to sobriety and recovery. Because just as an example, for the most part, I've lived my life pretty chaotically, clothes everywhere, fucking dishes piled up in the sink, that kind of thing. But in high school, I always had my laundry done and stuff. I was getting up at like 6:30 every morning because I had to get to school, and got my clothes washed because I wanted to have good clothes to wear to school. Had a shower because I wanted to smell good for school. And, that kept me in a pretty stable place. And, here in treatment, we start routines, we've got structure. And when we finally strike out on our own, that's something that's got to be, carried out with us. And, if we can't immediately start making a tangible schedule for ourselves and keep our routine and adapt to how life is on the outside without structure that's given to us, things are probably going to fall apart pretty quickly. I would say, at least that's been my experience. So I'm trying to really be pretty strict with myself as far as routine goes, so that I can, so that I'm able to. Carry the structure over and build my own instead of just, instead of just not having anything there for me, which is immensely important. You got to have structure, you got to have routine. Otherwise, you're just floating around. It's like not having a sense of purpose. Things aren't really going to be good for you if you can't have a structured life. The next point. Boundaries, being able to say no, no being a complete sentence, and prioritizing ourselves. For a long time, I was a people pleaser, and I found it borderline impossible to tell people no. And that really put a lot of stress on me because, I wasn't able to vocalize, oh, hey, I don't want to do this, or, this makes me uncomfortable, or whatever. And I was scared of people, getting upset with me if I told them no, that I didn't want to do something, and in recovery, boundaries and, being able to say no and prioritize yourself is extremely important because, if you're only out to please everybody else, you're only going to disappoint yourself. So you got to have something that is a priority for yourself instead of just, basing your existence on, can I do this for that person? Or this person wants this out of me, I should give it to him immediately and drop what I'm doing. You got to prioritize yourself. It's very important. And, no is a complete sentence. If somebody asks you oh, hey, you want to come to the bar with us or whatever, you want to come to this, meth house or whatever and get high, you can just say no. You don't owe anybody an explanation. No by itself is a sentence. And, that's something that, again, I find hard, but I've been able to practice more. And it's been taking a lot of stress off me. And I encourage you to practice that. If you can do it, if you can practice by saying no during an easy time, then it'll be easier to say during the hard times, And last point, what you put out is what you get back. That's very true. as if you put out negativity all day long, that's all you're going to get in return, and you're going to be miserable if that's all you do. If you just wake up and complain and, oh, my life is bad, this, and like, oh, this sucks, and blah blah blah, well, of course you're going to have a miserable day. Of course. Like, you woke up and you're just like, oh, this sucks, everything, it's Monday. Instead of just waking up and seeing like, hey, it's Monday. Like, I'm awake, I'm alive, I'm out of jail, I feel good. Like, anything like that. It's not that, oh, it's a Monday. It's, we get to have this Monday. That, and having that kind of an outlook absolutely helps. Misery loves company, and misery is super prominent in addiction, and with mental health too. And negative people, being miserable, always tend to bring people down to their level, because again, misery loves company. And it's easier for somebody who's miserable or somebody who's suffering to bring you down to their level instead of, working to dig themselves out of whatever emotional hole they might find themselves in. And, it's difficult to be around those people, and you really shouldn't for too long, because that kind of a mindset is contagious. But so is positivity. And so hoping that if you can start to bring some positivity in their lives, then, they'll be able to start digging themselves out of whatever miserable hole they found themselves in. And that misery was something that it was just, I was drowning in it while I was drinking. It was fucking horrible. Like, and misery fed my addiction. Like, I kept myself miserable so that I could keep drinking. It's a fucking weird thing, and misery became my norm. And so, like, positive stuff and good things that happened made me a bit uncomfortable because I wasn't used to it, If I got compliments or whatever, it was like, oh, what does this person want out of me? I was thinking that everybody had an ulterior motive or something. But, it's food for thought, and I encourage everybody today to try and practice positive thinking and to, be grateful for the day that we have, and to enjoy life, and to maybe help out somebody in your life who's not having a good day, maybe make them laugh or something, talk to them, lend an ear, and, just have a good day, everybody.